Digital wealth is built in a physical foundation of dirt. The device in your hand is a miracle. It feels light. It feels clean. It feels like the future. But look closer. Your screen glows because of hostage situation. The next world war won't be fought over oil. It won't be fought over gold. It will be fought over 70 minerals that make your screen turn on. What if I told you that tomorrow morning a single phone call in Beijing could turn every Tesla into a multi-ton paperweight? What if every iPhone, every F-35 fighter jet, and every MRI machine in your local hospital suddenly become impossible to repair? The world's superpower is not the country with the most nukes, it's the country that controls the dirt. But by the time you realize how deep this goes, it will be too late. Let's look at the evidence. You are inside the system, now let's talk business. The illusion. We've been sold a lie. We call it the cloud. We like to think our economy is weightless. We trade digital coins. We send encrypted messages. We build virtual empires. We've been led to believe that we moved past the era of digging in the ground. We think rare earths are just a footnote in a chemistry textbook. That is the first mistake. The name itself is a deception. Rare earth elements like neodymium, prosidium, and dysprosium aren't actually that rare. They are everywhere in the earth's crust. But here is the catch. They are rarely found in the high concentration. They are difficult to find, painful to extract, and toxic to process. For 30 years, the West played a dangerous game. We wanted the gadgets, but we didn't want the blood money mess. We wanted the clean green energy, but we didn't want the toxic sludge in our backyard. So we outsourced the dirt. We handed the keys to the kingdom to a single player because they were willing to do the dirty work for cheap. Now you might be thinking, if these minerals are so common, why hasn't everyone noticed the danger? The answer lies in the processing. Reality check. China currently controls 85% to 90% of the world's rare earth processing capacity. The West has the mines, but China has the ovens. If you mine the ore in California, you still have to ship it across the ocean to get the ton into something useful. We didn't just outsource a product, we outsourced our sovereignty. But how did we get here? How did we become so blind to our own foundation? The answer starts with a forgotten glitch that almost crushed the global economy. The crack. The year was 2010. A Chinese fishing trawler collided with two Japanese Coast Guard patrol boats near the Senkaku Islands. A minor diplomatic pet? Hardly. In response, China didn't just protest, they cut off the supply overnight. The export of rare earth to Japan stopped. No neodymium for Toyota's hybrid motors. No dysprosium for high-end electronics. The price of these minerals didn't just go up, it exploded, some spiked by 2000% in weeks. The world caught a glimpse of the invisible truth for the first time. The digital handcuffs were tightened. It was wearing short. The world's factory realized they were built on a fault line, but instead of fixing the problem, we did what humans always do. We waited for the price to drop and then we went back to sleep. We choose convenience over security. You see, isn't just a fancy word, it is the heart of the modern world. It makes the permanent magnet that allow your smartphone to vibrate, it allow your hard drive to spin. Without it, there is no wind power. There are no electric vehicle. There is no modern warfare. Every backroom deal in Washington or Brussels is now hunted by this reality. If you want to build a green future, you have to pay the toll to the person who owns the minerals. Now, you are probably wondering if the US and Europe know they are being held hostage, why haven't they just built their own factories? The answer is more terrifying than a lack of money. The reality, the invisible truth is that we have lost the knowledge. Building a rare earth processing plant isn't like building a Starbucks. It takes decades, it takes massive amount of acid. It creates radioactive waste in the concrete jungle of the West. Environmental regulation and not in my bad politics make it nearly impossible to compete. China didn't win this with soldiers, they won it with chemistry and patience. They were willing to sacrifice their environment for 30 years. To survive, they could control yours for the next 100. This isn't just about geopolitics, this is about your money. You buy tech stock, you aren't just betting on a software. You are betting on a supply chain that passes through a single point of failure. If the rare earth hostage situation escalates, your portfolio isn't safe. Your digital wealth will evaporate because the physical foundation it sits on has been pulled away. Your smartphone is a miracle of the engineering. Yes, but it is also a leash. Every time you upgrade, you are deepening your dependence on a system that could be switched off with a single decree from a foreign capital. We are living in a house of cards, and the wind is starting to blow. The digital handcuffs are locked, the keys are 6,000 miles away. Reality check: a single F 35 Lightning fighter jet requires 920 pounds of rare earth materials. Without them, the most advanced military on earth is grounded. This is the new landscape of power. It's not about who has the most data, it's about who has the most dirt. The power move. Do not to be fooled by the sleek glass and the high speed internet. Your lifestyle is a loan and the interest is paid in rare earths. If the supply stops, the modern world stops. Your wealth, your communication, and your defense are all built on 17 minerals you can't name. The war has already begun. You just haven't seen the bullets yet because they look like rocks. The choice is yours. What system should we decode next? Tell me in the comment section.